Good evening. Welcome to ThatOldCarGuy.com, episode 4. Once again, proudly brought to you by Bub and Mother's Down East Dinner Rub. If you want your meat rubbed right, get you some. The link is on the website. Stuff is phenomenal. Just going to tell you, it's great. So, we're going to do a real quick one tonight. What I want to explain to everybody is that the easiest and most effective way to be successful in this business is to follow steps. I'm not talking about the road to the sale. I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about that. You need to condition yourself to do the same 5 things in order every day when you walk through the door. Okay? So write these down. Number 1, be on time. That's pretty self-explanatory. Now, if you open at 8, don't get there at 7:59. There at 7:45. You know, walk through, say hi to service, this or that. If you're in sales, if you're a sales manager, say hi to service, sales, F&I. Make sure all your people are there. Number 2 is also self-explanatory. Walk your inventory. So if you were off on Tuesday and you go in on Wednesday, first thing you want to do is walk your inventory. Walk the trade-in line, walk the new car line, check out back in service, see what came off the truck to be PDI'd. It's very, very simple. So, and I've had guys tell me, well, I got to come in, I got to have my coffee, I want to have a cigarette because I don't smoke in my car. Well, that's fine. Get there 15 minutes early, go in, get your coffee. If you haven't stopped and got it at the store, get your coffee, grab a notepad, grab your cigarette, and walk the lot. Now you've accomplished 3 or 4 things all at the same time. It's that simple. Okay. Now, the next thing you do is you go back inside. Now you may have a sales meeting that day, you may not. You may have a service meeting. If you're a sales manager, you may have a manager's meeting. As soon as that meeting's over, then you clean up the previous day's business. What do I mean by that? Okay. So you're a salesperson and you're closed on Sundays and you sold 2 cars on Saturday. And the last car you sold was at 7 o'clock at night. The insurance agent was closed. So the first thing you do after your meetings or if you don't have a meeting, after you walk your lot, finance guy's in there, you walk into his office and go, what do you need from me for my deals from yesterday? Or from Saturday, or from Sunday, if you're open Sundays. Hopefully you're not, but some are. What do you need from me? You go ahead, you get a copy of the buyer's order, which you already should have, but if you don't, get a copy of the buyer's order, find out what bank, get your insurance done. If you need to get a couple references, if you're missing this, if you're missing that, whatever you're missing or don't have or isn't verified on that deal, get it done. So if you open at 8, by 9:30, all this should be done. So you've just accomplished more in an hour and a half than half of the people that you work with are going to accomplish all day. So you're already way ahead of the scenario. So then you're going, okay, well, what's step 4? Step 4 is very simple. Find your next deal. Where do I do that? Well, if you're in a busy place, you got a lot of floor traffic coming through. If you've got all your stuff done before everybody else, nobody's paging you to the sales desk, nobody's paging you to F&I. If you're a sales manager, the GSM or the GM's not hollering at you going, what about this, what about that, where's my report, where's this, where's that? Everything's done. You can just concentrate on finding your next deal. It's that simple. If you don't have a lot of traffic or there's not people coming through the door at 9, 9:15, 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock, whatever the time may be, okay, so you go through your sold owners list. You get referrals. You go through people that you've worked before. You start making phone calls. You start working on deals. Find a car deal. Everybody always has a car deal that they can pull out somewhere. So you treat every day like the last day of the month. What am I going to do? How am I going to find a deal? 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 Forget standing out on the corner, smoking a cigarette, listening to everybody else complain. Oh, it's slow, it's this, it's that. Listen, I've been guilty of the same thing. You know, I don't like the new GM. I don't like the new owner. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like the new sales manager. Well, that's fine. You don't have to. Successful salespeople and successful managers will thrive whether their supervisor is any good or not. You will find a way to make a deal. So find your next car deal. Step number 5. The last step. Everything's built up to this, right? Deliver a car. It's simple. 5 things every day. Deliver a car. It's what you're always trying to do while you're there. If you're a salesperson, if you're a sales manager, is deliver a car. Okay, so it's that simple. Be on time. Know your inventory. Clean up your previous day's business. And find your next deal and sell a car. It's that simple. Now, I will give you one other piece of advice on the side that most people don't give you, and they should, especially in this day and age. I don't have a problem with people using their phone. This isn't a lecture about using your phone. This isn't a lecture about calling people. This isn't a lecture about being on your cell phone. Because this day and age, everybody's on their cell phone. It's that simple. But I'll show you something. This is my handy dandy Google phone that I replaced iPhone with this because it was a little simpler. Since I've had this phone for a year, and my iPhone before that, and the iPhone before that, and the iPhone before that, I have no idea what my ringtone is. You know why? Because it's always on vibrate. This phone has never ever been on ring. I don't even know what ringtone is. I don't set it. Leave your phones on vibrate. There's nothing worse in the world than you're trying to work a deal, or somebody's trying to talk to you, or a sales manager's trying to talk to you, and your phone starts ringing. And sales managers and desk managers, that goes for you especially. Can you imagine back in the day when you were a salesperson? See, when I started selling, we didn't have these things, so I didn't have to worry about it. But you can imagine back in the day when you were a salesperson and you go to the sales desk and you got your credit app filled out, you got this filled out, you got everything filled out. You have a hot customer, you know they're qualified, they're ready to buy, they told you got $4,000 down, and you get to the sales desk and you go, look, I got a deal right here, right here, right here. And the sales manager's like this, and he goes, hold on a minute. Hey, Joe, look at this video I saw last night. Isn't this funny? Or, hey, look, this guy messaged me about this and that. Put your phones down if you're running the sales desk, because you just whacked out your salesperson for the whole day. I know you don't want to hear it. Your wife can wait. Your daughter can wait. Your son can wait. Everybody can wait. My wife knows she texts me or she shoots me an email. Period. If it's a dire emergency, she calls the receptionist and says, I need Tim on the phone now. This is an emergency. Okay, so in 32 years, it's happened twice. Twice. Don't be on your phone. Don't be on the Facebook. Don't be doing this. Don't be doing that. And messing up everybody else's attitude and aura. It's too hard to get qualified customers these days. It's too hard, and that's where my phone is 99% of the time. It's off to the side. It's too hard. We work too hard, and we push people too much in this business to not give them our full attention the minute they're in front of us with a deal, because that salesperson in front of you, Mr. Desk Manager or Mr. Sales Manager or Mr. GSM, the most important thing in his world at that moment is that car deal, and it should be yours too. So have a little courtesy. Teach your people to follow the 5 steps. Salespeople, if your managers say it's crap, follow the 5 steps, because it works. Ask any successful person in this business 5 steps to a car deal. Now you have steps in between. When you get a customer, you got to do, you meet, you greet, you qualify. That's a whole separate issue. I'm talking about every day when you go to work. These are the 5 things that you need to do and have on your list every day, and check them off one at a time. If you do that, you'll make money. you'll enjoy life, and you'll be 10 times more organized than the guy standing out on the corner complaining about life, liberty, and all this other stuff, and worrying about everything else that's going on. Because when you're in that dealership, the only thing that matters is how much money you make, and you can't make money until you sell a car. With that in mind, y'all have a great night. If you got any questions, email me, timp@thatoldcarguy.com. Go on the website, www.thatoldcarguy.com. Have a great night.